Another project showed up today, a lift kit for a 2024 Chevy full-size 3/4 or 1 ton 4x4. Some of the parts are bare metal and they did get rusty because it was raining, but it's not an issue because all the bare metal pieces need to be sandblasted. I do that so that it gives it texture, and then I can go right to epoxy primer and then paint. All the powder coated parts just need to be sanded down and then painted. He brought the paint and everything with him. I'm fitting this in while I'm working on the Chevy long bed and the dually, which I'm getting ready to touch up some spots on the dually. The Chevy long bed in the spray booth, that's in its last primering. I need to weld on the 2 rocker panels. The weather's been kind of crappy. Don't have a lot of room in here right now. I plan on getting those rockers on this week and getting that truck block sanded down so that we can get it painted. Hoping within the next week it is completely painted, except for like the trim and stuff like that. But letting that primer set for a week is like a really good thing to do when you put 4 coats of 2K primer on anything, because it just gives it a chance to cure, shrink, and all that stuff. Now the stainless pieces, I'm going to be taking those off, painting, and then I'm going to put them back on after I paint. And he had asked me to put a rubber washer between the stainless pieces and the painted surfaces, just where the bolts go, just to kind of hold it up a tiny bit. He was kind of hoping that it wouldn't, chafe the paint off as quickly and, keep it from rusting. He doesn't drive it in the winter time or anything like that. So in theory, it should stay good for a while, especially the parts that are already powder coated and we're painting over top of that. That's just an added layer of protection. You know what I mean? The only downfall about powder coating is if you get a chip, it's kind of over with at that point. Can't really fix it very easily and stuff like that. But this is the color he bought. Kind of hard to see it on the lid here. It's kind of like a dark pewterish, brownish, like a bronze color maybe. The truck is black in color. So it should look pretty good. He brought me 2 quarts of base coat. And we're going to use satin clear as well. It's not going to be shiny parts. He doesn't want them shiny. So they'll see some videos on that. I'll probably break it up into 2 sections. Probably paint the powder coated parts first, and then once the weather clears up, I can sandblast these other parts and get those painted. So we got that coming up. We got more work on the long bed Chevy. We got more work coming up on the dually. I got to mount this front bumper, take off that lower bumper valance and get that painted. I got a few other parts to paint for this, and then I'm going to be wet sanding and buffing the Chevy dually. So stay tuned, guys. More stuff coming. Thanks for watching.